What up? Welcome back to another edition of Speed Metal Pickups. So, this was a pretty awesome pickup, but before I get into this, I just want to do some housekeeping. So, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Like, this is my main business, and I just keep buying and buying, and I heard this from someone else. Buying is way more fun than selling. You know, I need to sell stuff. I got no problem selling stuff, but just finding the time to do it. And then it's like, I'm trying to list stuff on eBay and then I got another collection and then it jams up all the works. I'm honestly thinking about either selling like 95% of my stuff in a bulk collection sale or just taking it all to a local auction house, like 95% of it. Keeping most of my real big keys. I don't want to take the slabs there. I can deal with slabs easily by myself. But yeah, it's just getting a bit overwhelming. So, but I'm looking about 30 grand. So if you know anyone in the market for that, I might just do an entire video on my entire collection before I do whatever I'm going to do. But I'm pretty set on taking most of it to an auction house because the amount of time I would have to put into Whatnot or whatever to try and sell. And the other thing is I'm not consistent enough on Whatnot. And then when I do try on Whatnot, I spend an hour in there with 2 people and then I don't sell anything and I waste an hour of my time. So it's just like, I don't know. I need to figure out some type of business model. But honestly, just doing slabs seems to be good enough because I watch some of these guys like Comic Book Investments. Those guys only deal with slabs. So I don't know what the hell they do with their raws. But anyways, let's get to the collection today and get out of my meandering misery. So this was a really random collection. I was hanging out on a Wednesday night, 9 p.m. I get a phone call. And she's like, oh, I wasn't expecting to get through. And I'm kind of chatting with her, tells me there was an old collection from the 70s, maybe a couple 60s Marvel. And my ears perk up. And I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go. And I asked her where the collection came from. She said her husband who passed away. I didn't really want to touch too much on that. Just said, I'm sorry to hear that. And then we decided to meet up. I told her to bring it over. She said that's a little bit hard because she doesn't drive and she's all the way downtown. And downtown is a cesspool of scum and villainy. There's just nonstop idiots, nowhere to park, one-way streets. It's horrible. Never drive downtown Vancouver, So I'm about 15 minutes away from there. So I ripped down there, found some parking, and we did the deal in the parking garage. It's kind of funny. We're like doing the deal on my tailgate of my crappy car, and then this other person comes up behind us and they're like, it was just stupid. And anyways, it was kind of funny how she brought it all down. It was like the picture was in a box, but then she took everything out of the box and put it in a suitcase with like zippers. So it was weird, but it was kind of hard to go through everything because it was in like a suitcase, right? So and everything was in like little plastic bags. So it'd be like a plastic bag, like comic bag of like 12, or like of like all the Iron Fist together. So it was kind of hard, right? And I'm like, so went through it. Over the phone, she told me there was an Iron Man 1, so I knew at least that was in there. I found a couple books, the Iron Man 1, the Star Wars, some of the other stuff. There's a lot of Iron Man, obviously. And yeah, there's some good keys in there for sure. Iron Fist 14, but it was hard to tell condition. I couldn't really, and I just didn't really know what was in there. And but we did a really good, I don't know, we just got along good and got to the end of it. And I was like, okay, well, what do you want for everything? Which I always ask first. And to make sure we're in the same ballpark, she said $500 to $1,000. I said, how about $750? She said, that sounds just wonderful. And she was very happy that this was going to me. And she loved my cat. Shout out to the little man. He's sleeping right now, which is why he ain't bugging me.
Just get done recording and then you come to say hi to me? Did you hear me in here being loud? Yeah, were you trying to sleep and then there's dumb sounds making you mad? Hey, Des.
Yeah, that's my boy. And then I'm at home going through everything, categorizing everything, and this happens.
So I just bought a pretty cool collection. I'm just going through it right now. I didn't think there was anything too big in here. I see this Marvel superheroes. Everything's been pretty organized. X-Men with X-Men. So here we got Marvel superheroes 50. Okay. Marvel superheroes 56. Okay. And then, what is that doing there? It's been a good day. Apart from that ink. What the heck? I wonder if it has a Marvel value stamp. How's the back looking? Someone inked it a bit. Still, it's a Hulk 181. Whew.
Yeah, so I found a Hulk 181 in the back. What the hell? I don't know was it hidden? Because it wasn't with the other Hulks. You think it would have been with that little Hulk bag, the 200, 205 in the Hulk bag. And then I'm hoping there's a giant size X-Men in there, or X-Men 1, but no. And again, pretty damn close to X-Men 12. I've been waiting to get that. Juggernaut needs to come home one day. But with the amount of collections I buy and how often it comes through eventually, whatever book I want, it's like, the ones on the list are X-Men 12, Spider-Man 361. Not that I'm a huge Carnage fan, I just haven't got it. And, I technically haven't gotten New Mutants 98 in a collection. I traded for it, but yeah, which is kind of random because it's a big 90s book. I think I've gotten like 4 or 5 copies of 87. But yeah, anyways, pretty nuts collection. The collections have been pretty crazy lately, and I'm honestly just really backlogged, and I need to figure out what to do with this crap. So anyways, let's get on into it.
Okay, so let's get into the keys. So first we got Iron Man 1. It's actually the first time I've had this. It's a pretty nice copy, actually. No real big defects. A little bit rough upon the edge there, but I'm guessing about a 6 or a 7 on that. Then we have this beauty. I couldn't believe it. Everything around this wasn't this nice, but this one's like a total 9.6, possibly 9.8 contender. And I've never understood why this book isn't bigger, considering there's Thanos and Drax, and all Thanos' family members popping up in this one, which are all pretty massive characters now. And then the elusive Hulk that I found randomly behind the Marvel superhero books. There's a little bit of ink on the cover. Always use masking tape, don't forget it. And there's a little bit of schmutz on the back, I guess. Some I don't know what that is. Some food particles, possibly too, up there. But I'm going to guess a 5 or a 6 on that one, depending on how much I can clean it or get it cleaned. That looks like a 9. It's a 6. So Iron Fist 14. Always like getting a copy of this. Pretty nice. A little bit rough on the spine. I was guessing like a 7 or an 8 on that. Marvel Spotlight on Spider-Woman. First appearance of Spider-Woman. Not a huge key or nothing, but still not bad. I'm guessing about an 8.0 on that. So a Star Wars #1 first print. Looking pretty nice. And I don't remember what I had on this. Like a 9.0. Nova, a very underrated character. And Marvel's newest bombshell. I had an 8 on that. And then we got the first appearance of the Sentinels. Not a bad copy. A little bit rough on the side there, but as to be expected. I think I was thinking like a 4 or 5 on that one. I'm trying to get better with my grading, because every time I think I'm good at grading, I send stuff to CGC and feel real bad after. This one's cool. First master mold. Not worth grading, though, I don't think. And this one's actually a little bit nicer than the other two. But we'll see on that. I don't know the key significance of a lot of, or this one specifically and the next one. But both cool. And then this is a classic one. This one's actually pretty nice. I was thinking about a 9.0 on that one. Another heater. Thinking about a 9.2 on that. And then not keys, but still cool. Now we have a mostly unbroken run of Iron Man. So, 2. I'll pull some of these out so I can do them better. Actually, I don't think I need to. 2, 3, 4. Need to get that better. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Y'all can read. I'm not going to name everyone. Oops. So there's the first one missing is 47 and 48 and 49. Kind of sucks, but it's not quite completely unbroken, but it's pretty damn close. So here's 54. Is this like the first moon dragon? As you can see, there's a lot of spine ticks, but then the 55 was looking great. And then this one looks even rougher, 57. So there's no 56 as well. There's no 58 or 59. And then the rest of it's complete up to 100. Oh, look at Iron Man's crotch. Bruh. Don't. I've never been a huge Iron Man fan, so I don't really, I don't know, like I liked him when I was a kid, a little bit. I never saw the cartoon or nothing. Maybe if I did, I would have liked him more. I always thought it's a rich guy in a suit to me. Yes, someone could say the same thing about Batman, but Batman trained a lot to get damn good. I'm just kind of rambling, trying to keep it interesting. Two copies of 100. One's like a Whitman variant or something. I don't know what that is. Different. Lost my damn spot. 102. And then some giant size 1. Annual 2, 3, 4, and then Marvel Superheroes 30. Daredevil's like, yo, what the fuck? Play up! Alright, and now we got some. I'm just going to go through this box. Everything was in plastic, but it would be really hard to go through this stuff in plastics. I took it all out. Tales of Suspense 56, not a big key or nothing, but. And then we got 2 copies of this. First Obi-Wan, I believe. And I don't remember the key significance of this, but these 2 are pretty nice minty copies of 3. And then the Whitman reprints at 4, 5, and 6. And then I
put this in because it's a 9.8 contender, and the rest aren't. They're all newsstand. So Ghost Rider 1. Actually not a bad copy. Maybe about a 6. I don't know. Hard to tell sometimes. With the Silver Age stuff. And then some Knight Rider 2, 3, and 4. I don't get why it went Ghost Rider and Knight Rider, but whatever. And then a couple copies of Black Panther 1. This one's really nice, actually. Apart from, I thought I remembered something wrong with this, but yeah, it's pretty damn nice. A not as nice copy. And then we got a couple copies of 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. And then Iron Fist. This one's in front because I'm going to get it graded, I think. It's really nice. The rest weren't that nice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no 8, 9, and 10, and 11, no 12, 13, and 14's obviously been taken out by me, and then 15. And then we got some Nova. 2 copies of 2. Why not 2 copies of 3, damn it? 3, no 4, 6, 7, no 8, no 12, and 13. And then a bunch of Avengers. As far as I know, there's not any like major keys in these. I just kind of went through them. So 74, and then right up to 84, and then 86, and then jumps up to 103, 104, and then jumps to 132. I gotta say, I really enjoy these collections the most, the 70s stuff. It's the coolest for sure. Well, 60s would be cooler, but when does that happen? Never, that's what. Sorry, I'm not naming every one of them. Y'all can read. And then we're into some Spider-Man, starting at 143. That looks pretty nice. Oh, never mind. Corner. And the first cameo of one of my favorites, an underrated villain, Jigsaw. And then annual 10. And then we got a pretty huge unbroken run of Captain America. Unfortunately, there's really no keys in this part of it. So just enjoy the art, I guess. Solar. I remember watching X-Men animated series and thinking that Solar was that Solar. Apparently it's not, even though they kind of look like each other. I don't know. Kind of confusing and weird. I love X-Men animated series, but some of those deep cut episodes are pretty hit or miss. Yeah, so I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Captain America, I don't know. I do kind of like him, but I also kind of find him a little bit boring. Kind of like Superman. Goody goody. Yeah, there's a lot. There is a lot of this. Finally. Okay. Now we're into some Fantastic Four. Again, no real big keys.
cool cover. Then some reprints, Marvel's Greatest Comics. Then we're into some Incredible Hulk. Like I said, I saw this pack and I instantly checked for a 181 and I think it goes to 185. So I was a bit like, oh, no 185 in this, but you never know. I used to think 185s were rare and then I keep finding them. Not to brag or nothing, but, you know, it'd be preferable to find an X-Men #1. But hey, what are you going to do? Apparently this is the second appearance of Groot. Oops. Yeah, that's like the thinnest annual I've ever seen. Because I've been practicing pressing square bounds. And it's like, why is that even square bound? Weird. Alright, and then we got some Marvel team-ups. Again, nothing too crazy. We're kind of into the schlock now. Champions, 2 copies. Logan's Run, 1-7. Omega, the Unknown, 1, 2, 3. I never even heard of Omega, the Unknown. I really don't know what's going on. Invaders, first appearance of Union Jack. First cover of Union Jack. Black Goliath, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhumans, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Howard the Duck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I'm still kind of bummed that I took all my Howard the Duck to the auction house and they didn't even take them out. And there was like the First Kiss was in there. I would have just sold those themselves if I had known they were going to do that. Some Eternals, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Apparently there's a bunch of first appearances here, but does anyone really give a crap about the Eternals? Like, that movie was horrible. The Defenders. And then Astonishing Tales, 36. Too bad it's not 25. And then some random stuff. Liberty Legion. With the crazy looking Red Skull with a big old Swazi on them. Collector's Item. Marvel Triple Action. Tarzan 2. Daredevil. I think this is like the first Frank Miller something. There's some significance to this. First Frank Miller pencils, I believe it says, or something. Yeah. Pretty cool. You know, I love my Daredevil. Annual 4. A couple Marvel Tales reprints. Crawl. 2 copies. Werewolf by Night, 42 and 43. And then some Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel Presents, 4, 5. Supervillain Team Up 13. Cool Doctor Doom cover. And these were the 2 that I found the Hulk 181 behind. Random. 2001: A Space Odyssey. War of the Worlds. Hawkeye 3 and 4 for some reason. Falcon 1, 2 copies. Skull the Slayer, and then a coverless, I don't know. Defenders something, and then some older Mickey Mouse and Tom and Jerry. And some random National Geographics for some reason. Because why not, right? Superhero Fun Book. All you need is a pencil. Look at all that fun. Superhero fun. Endless. And a weird copy of the Avengers Battle, the Earthwrecker. I just don't get how someone that reads comics would want to read a novel about comics. Wow, what a wicked collection that was. And I'm not even exaggerating. These last couple of collections have been all straight fire. Yeah, so life is good. Business is good. I just need to get on this crap. But it's kind of hard because
this might be kind of soft spot for you, some of you people, but comics is not my absolute favorite thing. I understand for some of you it might be. That's awesome. It's not for me though. You know, I don't even know if I know what my favorite thing would be. Sometimes I think it's heavy metal. It's probably high up there. It's probably either heavy metal or video games. One of those two. I also really like bodybuilding, but I wouldn't put any of those as my top number one. And when you get to a point in your life when you're like, hey, what do I really want to be doing in 10 years? I want to direct movies, cool movies. And yeah, I want to tour the world and play some music. And sometimes it feels like you're trying to get here by going this way. So I'm trying to get to directing by doing comics. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I want to just move the entire collection all at once and kind of start fresh, because I don't think it'll really take too long to get a lot more comics, because I've been turning down a lot of collections lately just because I don't have the room. And yeah, I don't plan on opening a storefront or anything like that. It's not something I want. If I were to open something, it'd probably be a gym or a restaurant, because I am in fact a very good cook. Anyways, what a dumbass meandering outro this has been. I don't even think most people watch my outros. If you do, comment down below, I watch your outros, you fucking idiot. And I'll know what you mean. And I won't take even an iota of offense. Thanks for supporting me and watching me, everybody. And keep on keeping on and keep it speedy and all whatever other things I've said. Keep it speedy. Don't get needy. That was the one that I keep forgetting to say, but I'm not going to forget to say it again ever again. And I'm just going to...